Hey guys, my name is Alex. Obviously, you know what I'm gonna talk about. It's that Cecil thing just happened. So, and also I'm gonna warn you, I curse a lot because that's how I naturally talk, and I'm probably gonna screw up considering it's my first video. This is Mawali. Been working with these guys for about 8 years. He's a sweetheart. I've known him since he was 3, 4 months old, and you know what? One thing I'll tell you is I'm this close. I've known this guy forever, and played with him since he was young, and I would never jump in there right now. So that's just a warning for you guys. Don't do that shit at home. But not like you guys can have easy access to lions, anyways. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about that Cecil thing a little. Just about 20 volunteers here. Nobody, 95% of us have never heard about Cecil. And I see that shit all the time on Facebook and media, how people, it's the negative people bitching about how, why are people all jumping on this Cecil bandwagon thing? It's not that individual cat as much as a whole. You see all these rich assholes. They got tons of money, and I don't want to put them down completely, but, one thing that a lion stands for, think about it, it's got its pride, okay? And it stands for strength. I mean, you see that shit all the time. I see that shit on Facebook all the time. I'll see some random dude that's never even fucking seen a lion other than the zoo. He'll post a picture on his Facebook, and it's basically, oh, I'm strong, blah, 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 bullshit like that, okay? So obviously to most people, a lion symbolizes strength. Now you tell me how you get 3 inches added to your dick by going and shooting one of these. First of all, most of y'all know about lions because y'all seen National Geographic and Discovery Channel. You know who does all the work? The female, okay? Dude just lays around. This is what he does all day long. I know he's in a cage, but shit, if he was in the wild, he'd probably just be sitting here. Okay? He's walking away from me. He doesn't like me anymore. Alright, so he'd probably be just sitting here chilling. Alright, so how much of a badass do you think you are if behind a scope, you just pointed at this thing, just sitting here being a fucking lazy ass, and he doesn't know what's going to happen, and you just shoot him? I mean, does that make you more of a man? That's like me going up to a badass son of a bitch. Let's say Chuck Norris. I walk up to Chuck Norris while he's taking a shit and I fucking shoot him. Does that make me a badass? I killed Chuck Norris. No, hell no, because he was taking a shit. He couldn't kung fu chop my ass while he was taking a shit. He'd probably throw some toilet paper and some shit at me, but that's about it. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. I'm like, it's these things, there's about 32,000 of these things in the wild. It seems quite a bit, guess you could say they're getting close to being endangered, but you know what there is? There's also like 150, 200, I don't know the stats, but there's probably a fuck ton of rich guys that have so much money that just pay 50 grand just to go shoot these motherfuckers. And you know what? They're like, oh, you know what? It's feeding motherfuckers in Africa, and I'm giving them all this money. Well, you know what, dude? And like I said, I've been with this rescue for about 8 years. I'm not going to tell you the name of it. But I've been with this rescue for 8 years, and you know what I did notice is how many people love animals. They don't see these animals out. This is the closest you're going to get to them. You don't get close to them at a zoo. So you know how many people donate shit tons of money? You know how many rich people love animals? So why the fuck don't you do like a safari where motherfuckers go in a safari, check out these animals, and give you 50, 60 grand? People do it. People got tons of fucking money, dude. Okay? And the thing is yeah, I can understand. I love, I've killed plenty of shit, most of the time it's because of these guys, because that's what they eat. They eat sick horses and cows. We put them down, or aging, and they're just on the verge of going, so we put them down. But I've killed tons of animals, But when I go out hunting, I'm not going to shoot something that there's barely any of, that it's got a family. It's a pride animal, And yeah, I know you motherfuckers are shooting tigers and shit too. They're not a pride, but you know what? There's barely any of them left. But you know what? I'm not gonna go shoot this dude, and then his old lady and his kids are gonna pretty much die. Because if you know anything about lions, the next lion that moves in is gonna kill his kids so he can breed with the mom. So you just screwed up a whole family by shooting his ass. Okay, but man, there's a lot of fucking people, man, that are just getting on this bandwagon because they like shooting shit, man. Doesn't grow inches on your fucking schmackle, dude. That's just not how it works, man. Especially something this pretty. I mean, if you think of the world, man, you think of a lot of beauties in the world, man. And I'm not a religious dude, so I'm not gonna bring religious into this shit. But this world is kind of falling apart if you think about it. It used to be trees everywhere. Fuck, we tear that shit down, build houses. We, you know, when you think, what's one of the most beautiful places ever? Like rainforest. You fucking Africa. I'd love to go to Africa because I heard it's beautiful. And when you think of Africa, you look at all these majestic animals. Okay, what the fuck's gonna happen if you shoot them all? You're gonna have jack shit left. And basically, you're just gonna have a bunch of rich assholes with them on your mantle. Man, it's like I said, man, I ain't the smartest dude in the world. I work with my hands. That's what I do. But I'm hoping I'm getting my point across and stop fucking shooting these things, because it's not putting fucking hair on your balls. It's actually making you look like a pussy. And I've lately seen celebrities that are posting pictures with these things, mocking it. You know what? Go fuck yourself. You're just a fucking pussy with a gun. You want to be a fucking badass, dude? Do what the motherfuckers do in Australia when they pig hunt. Motherfuckers send some dogs, and then they go after it with a fucking knife and try to kill it. You know what? Go ahead, good luck. But at least it'll be a fucking fair fight. Well, not so much he'll fucking rip you to shreds. But at least that'll put some fucking, some hair on your nuts. Try to be a real man. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, I'm looking forward to the negativity. But I don't give a shit, because I think half the people in this world are fucking assholes. And that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Later.